YouTube, welcome back to Bobby Says Reviews. Today we're going to review the Captain Marvel trailer. It's the third and final one, apparently. I don't believe it. But we still got a Super Bowl coming up, man. I digress. Let's get into it. Let's see what what Marvel has in store for us, shall we?
Grunge is a good look for you.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
Ronan.
I'm gonna need clarification on this space invasion.
Scrolls
are infiltrating your planet.
Ooh, that CG looks terrible.
They're shapeshifters.
There's Grandma Sino. Come on.
Okay, prove you're not a Skrull.
That's a photon blast.
And?
How Skrull cannot do that?
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
Right? Like, you don't know? He don't know who you is?
We are Kree.
That's so
Strong,
tedious.
United. You have to let go of the past.
I don't remember my past.
Got him.
Control it.
About to give him that Iron Fist.
I have this power, but I don't know where it came
Ooh,
from.
okay. Almost comic book
Never seen
origin there.
anything like her.
You think you can find others?
Coulson,
She's just the beginning.
You've come a long way.
rehash. Come on.
But you're not as strong as you think.
That's Super Saiyan 2 look.
What is this?
The SHIELD logo.
Does announcing your identity on clothing help with the covert part of your job?
Said the space soldier was wearing a rubber suit.
Get tickets
Got it.
now.
So, I need to go back to it right away. We got to talk about this part right here. This right here, I said it when it happened. This is almost comic book accurate. It's been a while since I read a Captain Marvel comic book. From what I remember, it was something similar. It was like a piece of machinery that was about to explode. I believe the machinery had something to do with like DNA and fusing them or something like that, or taking DNA, whatever the case, and it blew up. But as it blew up, Captain Marvel swooped in, grabbed her, picked her up, and as the machinery blew up, the blast went through both of them, and it then merged their DNA. So she, was half of what Marvel was, and then thus becoming Captain Marvel. That's how she got her powers and shit like that. So it's kind of the same, It's not identical, but it's kind of the same. You can see the explosion all around. You can see her cheeks glowing. You see like the veins glowing red here. Her eyes starting to glow a little bit. Get red up here. Maybe that's her DNA being rewritten. We don't know until we see it, obviously. But there was a ship there. Like you saw the back end of the ship. So maybe, because she wasn't a pilot, maybe she's like scrambling out in like a dogfight with this ship. Maybe the ship is Marvel's ship. They shoot him down. She goes to investigate and explodes, and then thus, with the blast, rewriting her DNA with his. I mean, we have no clue. Marvel's very good at tricking people with their trailers. Thor Ragnarok, we got trickery with that last scene when he lands on the bridge. Obviously, in the movie, he didn't have the eye. And then in Infinity War, you see them running through Wakanda. The Hulk was there. Obviously, the Hulk didn't come out of a shell that whole damn movie. I almost lost my mind just then. Almost went to a rant about the Hulk not being in Infinity War. But this is good. This is promising. I like this. I was afraid they would change up her origin. Because obviously they wanted to make a very strong female lead, which is fine with me. I don't really care. So they obviously weren't going to have someone swooping in and saving the day and picking her up off her feet. They're going to tweak with that. And also tweaking it also fits better what's going on in the actual film than just a random, Captain Marvel just swooping in and saving her. So I don't really care how she gets her powers, but it needs to be a blast of some sort with something else that rewrites her DNA that gives her the powers that she has. And I like this. I like that. That's fine with me. If that's how she gets them, that's how she gets them. This damn train scene. How many times are we going to see these blasts? Coulson, seen that a lot. Where's the one? I'm gonna see that one spot where the Skrulls on the beach. Yeah, right here. Where's it at? There it is. I don't know. I don't like how that looks. And when they're transforming, I don't like how it looks. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to stop on that girl. Oh, that looks ugly right now. Now I know it's not finished. I believe Kevin Feige was at the Golden Globes, if I'm not mistaken, but he was recently interviewed, and he said right now they're still in the very last stages of the FX and the regular just trimming down the movie itself. Excuse me. So this obviously is not the final look of the CGI, but hopefully it gets better than this, because I am not a fan of, you know, any of this. And this man looks like green Ivan Oozes out here. This looks terrible. Looks actually a little more practical than anything. But I mean, the CG here, I mean, this is like Justice League level, Steppenwolf looking. I don't know. Hopefully that's not how it looks in the movie theater, because I'd be very disappointed if it is. But yeah, but overall, it's a way better trailer than the first one. It's better than the second one, not by much, but it's better. This is my favorite scene in Outer Soldier. I love it so much. This is big for me because he says you're not as strong as you think, and he points to her head, saying mentally she's not as strong as she thinks, which is good because in the actual comics, when everything went down, Thanos was able to take over her mind, manipulate her mind, and then I believe she kills herself because she goes on and fights the Avengers, and then she kills herself, I believe, because she's not mentally strong, and she feels like she would be a bother and a burden than a help, and she just, she takes herself out. Obviously, they're not going to do anything like this in this movie. They're obviously setting her up to be and Kevin Feige, he's even said in an interview that Captain Marvel is going to be the Iron Man of Phase 4 and on. She's going to carry the torch into the next few, however long she's around. Carry the torch along with Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and people like that. So, we will see. I love that look, man. The one thing that scared, that Super Saiyan 2 look, that's sexy. And even here, the CG is not great, but I mean, I'm not going to nitpick on every time. CG doesn't look like real life. I mean, I don't even know what a human flying through space would even look like, let alone to try to pinpoint it here. But I mean, this is a very quick scene, but again, it's not done yet, so I'm going to hold all judgment. I'm not going to give it a, mark it against it yet, but we'll see how it looks in the movie theater. But I am liking it. This trailer has now put me over the top of excitement. The first trailer I thought was complete garbage and a waste of time, and I was not excited to see this film off of that trailer. I'll be real with you. Keep it 100. The second trailer, it was kind of same feeling. I was like, oh my god, this movie looks terrible. And then you got her, she lands in the room and she clears the whole room with her fist with the blast, and then that Super Saiyan 2 look with her flying through space at the end. And then this one, you get the same ending to the trailer as you did the second one, but you get that origin a little bit, and you get her a little more like humanized in this one, where she's sitting down at a bar, talking with Fury. She's blowing up jukeboxes trying to prove herself, like, hey, look, I'm not a Skrull. But, which is a funny moment because it's like, he doesn't know what a Skrull is, next to a Kree, like, you're just blowing up shit with your hands. You know what I'm saying? That's what he even says. She's like, that's a photon blast. And he's like, and? He doesn't know what that is. So that's funny. That worked. But I am definitely excited to see this film now off of this trailer. The last two, I was 50-50, but I'm definitely going to go see it day one. I'll be there seeing it. Hopefully it's a good movie. My biggest concerns about this movie is I'm afraid that it's going to be bogged down by two elements. One, 90s nostalgia. You can see in the very first shots of the first trailer, she flies through or falls through a Blockbuster roof, and you're like, oh, we get it's in the 90s, And I hope it's not bogged down by being the bridge, because the timeline is this movie happens before even Iron Man happens. This is set in the 90s, so I'm afraid this is just gonna be a bridge. So when Fury or Captain Marvel says something, you're gonna be in the movie theater like, oh, that relates to this movie. Oh, or that relates to that movie, which is gonna happen. And I get that because it does happen beforehand, but I don't want it to be bogged down with those two things that you kind of lose the plot and the story, that should be shining through this. Give her her own movie and make it her own story. Don't bog it down with other elements that have nothing to do with what's going on in this particular isolated film until near the end of the movie or even a post-credit scene. But I'm very excited. I give this trailer a B-. Only reason why a B- is a lot of the scenes are rehashed. I understand you're not going to spoil the whole movie in trailers, but I mean, there's nothing in the first 5-6 minutes of this movie you can't just throw in real quick to be different. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I mean, what you gonna do? They're pretty good with trailers, Marvel is, that is. So B-. I'm very excited for the film. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.